Right, we've got an early 4-door classic Range Rover here. It's been brought over to us for a few upgrades, which I'll talk about in a second. It's been through a bit of a restoration project. It's been done really nicely. Actually drives really nicely on the road in terms of the vehicle, such as, you know, no transmission noises, no nasty clunks and bangs. Handles reasonably well on the road as well. What it's come into us for is changing from the early flapper injection system over to an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor. Customer's just been having too many issues with the old flapper injection system, wants to go back to a nice basic carburetor, and I can't blame him. Moving away from flapper injection system is something we do for our customers quite a bit. We can actually go to the later 3.9 injection system, or if you want to go back to basics and have a carburetor, then the Edelbrock carburetor is the one we use, obviously, and it's going to do everything we need it to do. Ignition upgrade as well. So it'll be getting the full works on the ignition upgrade, and I'm going to do a little bit of a video here across the few days that we'll be doing the work and piece it all together into one video, so you should see it all happen quite quickly. I'll also do a photo library as well. This is actually an engine we built a few years back. I'll have a look at the build specification, and the next time we come across this video I'll have some details on the actual engine for you as well. It's still a 3.5 litre engine. I think we built the engine about 3 years ago when the customer was doing the work to the Range Rover. So I'll stop this section of the video here, and I think the next bit of the video will be the intake manifold coming off. Well, it looks like Floren's been very busy already, and the intake manifold is off. So let's have a look at this engine here. I'll just pop the intake manifold off. If I can pass that to you, Floren, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so as expected, it's still absolutely spotless in here, as you'd expect from an engine we built only 3 years ago that's not really done any miles at all. Camshaft's still perfect. So I think, although it's not part of the job card at the moment, I think we'll take those rocker covers off and give them a good clean. Potentially if they need painting again, then we'll do that, just so it gives a much nicer fresh look under the bonnet for once the carburetor sat on there. So I reckon the next section of this video will be with a carburetor sat on there, and potentially the new Dizzy and coil and amplifier fitted. Shouldn't be too long before it's running. Okay, next little section of this video then. Floren's got the carburetor all bolted on now with the auto kickdown linkage shown there. Magnical leads, the new distributor, the A&O amplifier and Bosch coil. All sitting on there looking very nice indeed. He's also given the rocker covers a new lick of paint as well. We're using a adjustable fuel pressure regulator here that's designed to take EFI pressure down to carburetor pressure. So we've just got the pressure gauge T-pieced in at the moment, so we can set pressure. But just before we can do that, this is the old flapper wiring loom. Floren's pulled through into the driver's footwell, so just need to unplug that here, but also just look at using the original relay for the fuel pump to be energized off the ignition switch directly to energize the relay, so we get the fuel pump running. So that's the next step. Okay, this will be the final section of this little video. I was hoping to finish it off with a road test actually, but for reasons that I'll explain in a moment, I'm not going to be able to. Not this week anyway, and I'd really like to get this video posted this week. So as you can see, the air cleaner's now on. It's all plumbed up. We have road tested it and it's been driving really nicely. We've adjusted the kickdown cable with our auto kickdown bracket down there. The wiring inside came out really nicely. So we've got an original, we've got mounted in the original position under the driver's seat a relay, and we've made a wiring loom that plugs into where the EFI loom originally went into, just 3 wires coming off there. That runs down behind the carpet in this wiring loom we've made and goes down and energises a fuel pump relay, which then comes back and obviously feeds the fuel pump. So we're still using the EFI relay. The choke cable for now, we've just cable tied up because the customer wants to actually decide where to put that. I think I featured in one of our weekly update videos we were deciding where to put it. We really don't want to be drilling into this lovely plastic, so the customer's going to make that decision when he's got it, when he can see the choke mechanism, and yeah, just make that decision as to where to put it, or maybe what mount to make for it. So yeah, that really sort of completes completes this EFI to carburetor conversion video. It's all done, and we'll do a video of the test drive next week. Now the reason we can't do that now is actually a little bit scary. Steve was routing the choke cable through here yesterday and just happened to knock the brake pedal, and the pin that I hold here fell out, and the reason for that is the clip that holds it on is actually broken. So thankfully it happened here when the car was stationary, when we were working on it. So yeah, that could have been a nasty experience on the road, but that does stop us doing a road test this week. We have actually had a look at the classic Range Rovers we got for breakers, and unfortunately they don't have them. They've already been scavenged, so we have a new one on order. But it does mean I can't finish this video how I wanted to, but hopefully the conversion video has been good for you to watch. It explained how we did things. As you've seen in the weekly video update, the car is up and running, and we'll do a video next week of it driving on the road.